In a quiet village, a deep fear hung over the people. The leaders and elders were supposed to protect the community, but instead, they brought pain. They took food from the poor, leaving families hungry. They took money meant for medicine and schools. Those who spoke out often disappeared. Whispers of curses spread, as children fell ill without reason, and families believed they were cursed by those in power. One stormy night, a boy named Amoni was born to a humble mother. Thunder roared, and lightning lit up the sky as she held her child close, sensing he was different. As Amoni grew, people noticed something strange in him, a calm, steady light in his eyes. He was kind and helped the poor without asking for anything in return. By the time he was 10, villagers would come to him, quietly sharing their stories of loss, hunger, and pain. One day, while listening to an elder talk about suffering, Amoni began to feel something stir in him. Without warning, he started to speak up. "Why are we suffering?" he asked the villagers gathered around him. "Why are the powerful ones stealing from us? Why are curses destroying our families?" At first, the people told him to be quiet, fearful that the leaders would hear. But Amoni did not stop. He was only a boy, but his voice was steady, and his words cut through the silence like a blade. He spoke of all the things he had seen, the money the leaders had stolen, the sick children, the way families starved while the powerful ones grew richer. The village leaders and elders soon heard of the boy's words. Furious, they ordered him to stop. They sent men to threaten him, telling him he was foolish, that a boy had no right to question them. But Amoni looked at them without fear. "I am not alone," he said. "God is with me, and I speak for the people who are afraid." Hearing this, the leaders grew angrier. They feared Amoni's words might spark a rebellion. So they gathered in secret, planning to silence him. They knew he was strong, so they chose the darkest way to attack, a flood. One night, they called on dark spirits, chanting spells to bring a powerful flood that would wash him away forever. The villagers woke to a dark, roaring river, rising from nowhere and rushing towards Amoni's house. People screamed, running from their homes, watching helplessly as the water surged. They saw Amoni standing in its path, his figure small but unshaken. As the water crashed toward him, something strange happened. The water split, flowing around him like he was protected by an invisible shield. Amoni did not move, his calm eyes watching as the river passed him by. The villagers whispered in awe, "This boy is protected by God." Enraged, the leaders tried again. They sent men to attack him in the night, but each time, they failed. They spread lies, trying to turn the people against him. But Amoni continued to speak the truth, his words lighting a fire of courage in the villagers' hearts. Slowly, people began to gather around him, inspired by his strength. As he grew older, he faced the leaders head-on, confronting them in the village square. "You have taken from us long enough," he declared. "You curse us, steal from us, and leave us to suffer. But we will be silent no more." The leaders cursed him, calling him foolish and weak. They tried again to drown him with another flood, sending dark clouds and storms over the village. But once more, Amoni stood tall as the waters rose around him. Lightning flashed, illuminating his calm face as the water parted and left him untouched. One by one, the villagers joined him. Some were awed, their backs bent from years of labor. Others were young, tired of growing up in fear. Together, they surrounded the leaders, pushing them from the village, no longer afraid of their curses or power. The leaders, seeing they were defeated, fled into the mountains, leaving the village free at last. Amoni, now a young man, became the heart of the community, guiding his people with kindness and strength. The darkness that had poisoned the village was finally washed away, leaving only light, peace, and hope.